Hey, Mike, how you doing? AZ's here. Welcome, welcome. I'm just kind of setting up and getting things rolling here. Robert Grazer. Hey,
I
yes,
got it. Oh, okay, go.
we're live.
You're live already. All right. My supper should be ready in approximately 4 minutes.
Okay, there you go.
So I'm going to have nuggets and fries tonight.
Nuggets and fries.
I was surprised I went to Walmart. I usually get lasagna, the special one. It's got some cheeses in it and everything. Looked right out. Hardly any lasagnas or wow.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of empty stuff in the freezer section. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So who is first tonight? Oh, Easy Drone Dude, by the looks of it.
AZ was here. Yep.
Okay. Russell's there. Robert's there. I think I've seen Mike already.
Yep. Mike was
Wow. Got a heck of a good start there, guys. All right.
in. Everybody, make sure you hit that like button too while you're thinking about it.
Yepper, I've already done it. I think. Yeah, no, I put the chicken nuggets and the French fries in the air fryer tonight. So,
Oh, the air
That's-
fryer's going to work.
well, I bought it. Might as well use it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What's your report so far? You like it?
so far, yeah, I really like it. Yeah. It cooks food fast too, eh? It really cooks it fast. But geez, I had fun today. I went to Tiltonburg to pull that sign out.
Right.
I had a double steak, right? And man, oh man, it didn't want to come out of the ground.
Really?
Oh, geez, I put windshield washer fluid on it and everything else. And I had my puller on it that I stuck about an 8-foot bar in the end, and I'm so it just didn't want to come out of the ground.
Wow.
So I went, got the sledgehammer out, drove it down about another 2-3 inches, and then it was enough to break it
Broke it
with
loose.
the big bar on. Finally, it started coming. Because once they start coming, right back, Paul. I got a phone call.
All righty. Little Lamalora, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's Thursday evening again already. Be right back. Paul's got to take a phone call. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing. The oh, there's the side yard with all my birdies out there. All my mourning doves. There's my mourning doves, and I got a squirrely over here looking for some peanuts. I'm gonna throw some peanuts. I'll be right back, gang. So anyway, that's my little buddies have been fed now. So how's Laura? How you doing, Laura? It's 10 o'clock there in the PM. So, Robert, what's new with you? Anything? And Russell? AZ, have you been getting any flying in, or you just pretty much working during the week? The yeah, AZ, it happens to all of us, you know, the fingers. So Mike, did you get out and fly? You were talking about it earlier today. No word this afternoon from Dave Ennis. He's still in the hospital, and we want to send best wishes to Dave Ennis, and we want to send best wishes to Welsh Rob. He's in the hospital as well. So. Oh, AZ said it's no working during the week. 24/7, AZ, I get it. I understand. Oh, the Thunderbirds were over your house, huh, Robert? Oh, yeah. That would be a nice sight. They're gonna probably be doing a show pretty soon.
Okay, there's my dinner. I'm all ready to eat.
All right, nuggets and French fries.
Yep. They I had one bus driver this afternoon. He doesn't like me anymore. The guy that parks ahead of me, Jeff, he's a pretty big boy. He weighs 500 or 600 pounds, right? But anyways, nice guy, super nice guy. I walked up to his bus, hey, bud, you got a problem? He goes, what? Because I talk to him every day, right? Going around the bus ride. So anyways, he goes, why? What's going on? I said, oh, you got a flat tire. He goes, yeah, right. Thought I was pulling his leg, right? He had a chunk of steel in there in his tire. It looked like it was a spike from a railroad tie or something.
Oh, wow.
The tire screwed, no good.
Which tire, inside or outside?
Oh, the outside tire on the passenger side, right? So, but the problem is they couldn't take kids on the bus, and that company is from London, so for him to get a spare bus, it's going to take him half an hour better to get him a spare bus. Wow. Or if they come out and repair it, well, they're going to have to put a new tire on. So that'll take 45 minutes, an hour or more, even before they even get there, probably.
So what? I don't know how kids all sit on the bus while waiting for him, or what?
No, they took the kid and put him back in the school.
But nobody else took them.
No. Well, we're all leaving. We all had full buses. So.
Well, I imagine it makes it kind of hard. You have to know the stops too, right?
Oh, yeah. But Batter's not going to do any work for Voyager competition. So I'll find out tomorrow what happened.
Hey, Bill's here. How you doing, Bill? Newfound.
Oh, okay. Oh, how come okay, I'm not seeing it. Better go to live chat. Oh, there he is. Now I got live chat up to see him. Anyways, you got to go to dark for a couple minutes here.
You got to go to where?
No, just going dark.
Oh, in dark. I thought you said you had to go to the docks. I'm going,
No.
what?
Nope. Yeah, I got one sign for tomorrow to put up in Elmer, and I got one to come down in London, but they said next week. So, because I don't think the sign was up a week and a half. Got to go up
Really?
again. Yeah, got to come down again. It was like a condo and a 3-story walk up type deal. What's the weather like there, Paul? It's really shitty here. It's snowing.
Yeah,
And,
it's cloudy and nasty. And
and the roads are greasy and shit right now.
now we didn't get any more snow.
Yeah, we're snowing right now.
Oh, no, we didn't get any yet. I say that yet.
Hey, did you see our famous premier of Canada?
No, what do you do now?
Well, you've heard about the truckers' protest.
Yeah.
They're going through Toronto, they're heading to Ottawa. All of a sudden, the prime minister now he has to self-isolate for 5 days because he was near somebody last night with COVID. But he tested negative, right? How convenient.
Keeps them out of the spotlight, right?
He's just hiding. He don't want to talk to him.
Right.
Bob Glader said he was up on the roof watching Air Force Thunderbirds practice
Yes,
today.
yes, he was. They were practicing, and he had a front row seat right from up on the roof.
Wow, that'd be cool. Yeah, I wasn't on this morning, was I?
No,
I had
weren't. You were missed.
I had a little incident this morning on my bus.
What happened?
Well, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. But I got this little girl. She's just junior kindergarten, a tiny little thing. She's lately been a little reluctant. She don't want to go on the bus. Mom makes her, and she's got another son that's about a year older, or maybe 2 years older, and then she's got one that's probably only 3 or 4 years old. But anyways, this one here, she's just 5, I guess. She's been reluctant to go on my bus, so mom's had to pick her up from the road, set her up on the top step of my bus. But her mom's not allowed to come on the bus. For one thing, she don't have a mask. Second of all, she got another kid in tow, and I'm picking up these other kids and stuff. But anyways, well, this morning she got to the step of my bus, the top step. Mom sat her on there because she didn't want to go. Well, she wouldn't move. She plopped her ass right on right beside my driver's seat, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
So I got a couple kids to try and help her, but she was sitting and she was fighting them. She wouldn't get on her seat. Her brother trying to drag her by the backpack. So
Well, is
I had
that
to.
the one you mentioned not too long ago about the brother had to take her by the hand?
Yeah. So
it's not getting better; it's getting worse.
Yep. So anyways, I had to put the bus in neutral, put the parking brake on, get out of the seat and physically pick her up, sit her in her seat this morning.
What did she fight you?
No, she didn't fight me. And her mom was there watching. She goes, "Oh, thank you, but I'm not supposed to touch kids, right?"
Yeah, right.
So So anyways, I went in to my company first thing this morning after I got back. And I said, "Oh, I need a little guidance and wisdom here." They're joking around. Oh, come to the wrong place. So anyways, so I explained what happened. They said, "What happened again? Let us know." But I'm going to call the school anyways and just see if they come up with some suggestions or something. But if it happens again, sure, they just tell mom take her back off the bus because she can reach to put her on up there on the top step. Well, you can reach in and take her off the bus because we're not supposed to touch the kids, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that's too bad.
cute little kid, quiet though, very, very timid, Rick.
Withdrawn, yeah.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Because that just shows her personality, what it's going to be probably the rest of her life. She's going to be very, very timid.
Yeah, she's been on my bus all year so far. And I can't get boo or hi or wave or anything out of her.
Wow. Not good.
And I always say good morning to her every morning. And then when she gets on in the afternoon, hi, Bren, but
Well, it puts undue stress on you because you shouldn't have to handle it. You're just there to drive the bus,
yeah. But it's just that they try and make a point. You're not supposed to touch the kids unless it's a dire emergency.
So the mom was trying to get her to go on it. Did the mom try to talk her into going on, or just
Yeah,
told her?
well, she would tell her, "Come on, get going, get in the bus." Like no, she just quiet. The kid wouldn't say boo or nothing, right? So.
Wow.
And it ain't the first time I spoke to the schools too about it.
So the bus company called the school.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I also told them what do you call them, EAs, early education assistants.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I talked to my boss Tegan. And I told her about I'll call the school see if they come up with some suggestions or something. So.
That's too bad.
Well, it's not that important, but now it's putting me behind my run because they're trying to get her on, trying to get her, and all this. I mean, it only took about an extra 4 or 5 minutes, but that puts, especially the kids outside waiting in the cold for you on the next stop.
Right. That's what I was thinking. It's kind of a bit much.
Actually, I had one day she didn't want to get off the bus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't want to go to school. But I just, we got all these EAs out there, early education assistants and stuff. I just, hey, come over here for a minute. I got a problem.
Are they pretty good at taking care of it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can come up on the bus and everything. See, parents aren't allowed on the bus.
Huh. Well, that's adds more to what you got to worry about, Paul.
Well, not that big a deal, but the big deal I do is I don't want to touch them, right? Because next thing you know, the parents will say, "Well, you did something to my kid." Especially with this day and age, right?
Yeah. Mike Rennick says that you're not going up on his roof unless you got an ice axe with you.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand.
Probably the same here, Mike. I see they're talking about another storm coming, but it's going to hit the East Coast really hard.
Really?
Mhm. Oh, are they? Oh, okay. Yeah. The other guys haven't got home from work yet. It's still fairly early. We don't
Yeah.
start usually rocking and rolling until about 6 o'clock. So. Well, I'm starting to get full. I think the dogs are going to get a treat tonight.
Well, yeah. They're all sitting there just waiting, right?
Yep, right here beside me. Oh, I thought I was going to have another deer today. Somebody beat me to it. We got a road over here called Bush Line, which is not very far. Where I go to friends for coffee. Apparently, there's a deer hit this morning up on Bush Line there. So, anyways, but of course, I didn't find out until I was on my way to Tiltonburg, which is the opposite direction, right?
Right, right.
So, yeah. So I had a friend go check. No, deer's already gone. He said, I don't think it would hit that hard. There wasn't that much plastic, like damage from the car
Right.
on the road. So, hey, JD, good evening.
JD. Welcome, my friend.
He says, guys, working on a bunch of projects tonight, starting with my studio room closet trim. Woohoo. Oh, okay.
Well, let's check and see. I'm going to check and see how my martini bar is doing.
Yeah. I want to feel warm.
Doesn't look like that nice of weather down there either.
No?
Windy. And
oh, yeah. Windy.
everybody's got their winter type coats on. And
those flames must come out of there 24 hours a day. The flames there on the stack?
well, no, what they do is if you go look at it in off hours, they turn them off.
Oh,
They turn them off about it depends on the weather and the people. They turn them
Yeah.
off at 11, 12 o'clock, depending upon how many people are there.
right. You got to think about it. Holy crap. You want the rest of the french fries? Not many left, about 6. We got a piece of chicken nugget each. No. That's weird. I put the plate down and still had a piece of french fries on it. Gracie got up and walked away.
Oh, really?
Oh, what the hell that's about? Well, they're not big on ketchup. So, don't want that, Peter? Nobody's touching the rest of the french fries.
Nobody's in for them, huh?
Vader likes raw potatoes.
Oh, does he?
Yep, he likes raw potatoes, yeah, carrots. Nope, Gracie come back. She's sniffing, staying away, going. Nope, not even gonna clean that plate for me. Wow, you a bunch of ungrateful hounds.
Finally got his replacement parts for his truck. His RC truck, yeah.
So he gets to put that back together now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I still got some stuff left over from last night. I had that hamburger helper, so I put in a plastic dish, put it in the fridge there. So I'll mix it with their dog food tonight. Look at that. Put food down for you guys. Just think of all the dogs starving in this world, and you won't touch that.
There's all the ice down in Algonac, Paul.
Oh, she's all built up there nice and thick.
Yeah.
Nobody being stupid enough to walk across it yet.
Oh.
Oh, now I got a full belly. Hey, Laura.
Yep. Laura's
Oh,
been here.
oh, you wouldn't believe what you missed, Laura. You missed the show of the lifetime today. Oh,
Today's Thursday. Was Laura on today?
don't
If she was, I didn't know it.
no, I did get no notice, but
Yeah.
the Mr. Heron is on 8 o'clock. Gary Brand Ariel is on 6.
Yep.
Um, no. Oh, I thought maybe she was going to take a piece. No,
I'll go, huh?
nope. She went over and kind of looked at it. And funny too, that the Gracie doesn't like is that sweet and sour sauce. I don't know why. It's really good, sweet.
Well, you could always take the French fries and rinse them off.
Nope. I love my dogs, but not that much. Oh, I'll give them supper in a minute. I still got some stuff left over from last night.
Hey, Tank, how you doing?
Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I remember something about it. You said the other day or something about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, was it David's mother's funeral today? Laura?
Have you heard from Rob? I haven't texted him today. Oh, he's still in the hospital or what? No, just text him here. See if I can come up with something
Yeah.
here.
Frank says, hi, boys and girls. Yeah, this is what you call the dead dog winter.
Yeah.
Just frozen, cold, yucky. Okay, Laura, condolences from everybody to David.
Oh,
and
yeah. David, that's his.
that's her
the other-
significant other. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was his mother or something.
His
wasn't it?
mother died last week. Yep.
Yep. So I just sent a text off to Rob. I said, hey there, Rob, how's it going? Still in the hospital? Question mark, you know. So he was okay yesterday when I spoke to him. Been too busy today. Yeah, he's still in the
Still
hospital.
in the hospital. Okay.
Oh, I figured he'd still be there, but I just kind of wonder how he's doing. Just keep contact with him. Let him know we're thinking about him.
Thinking about him. That's right. Lynn asks about him all the time.
Yeah. So I went in, seen Bonnie, sound asleep when I got there, and sound asleep when I left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, but that's about what the future is going to be.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
They just kind of nod off and
So Rob just says, hey, buddy, hope you're well. Yes, I'm still here.
yeah. And Dave Ennis is still in the hospital. So
Well, I heard him on there this morning. I was listening to you guys run down the highway, but
Yeah, we saw you in the chat. Yep. But
holy crap. Laura said she died on the 2nd of January, and it's taking a while to have the funeral due to COVID. Oh, crap. I don't think you'd around here be burying anybody right now unless you got a super backhoe break through that ground. Oh.
yeah, it's just the top of the ground though. You got to get through.
So, anyways, I said to Rob, "You feeling better?" I said, "Everyone is asking, even Lynn and Paul." So, anyways, he's just writing to me right now. So we'll see what he's got to say. So, hey, Mr. Tank the Prank, or Frank the Tank, or what do you want to call him?
Frank wants to know if
Howdy.
anybody's got any plans for the weekend.
Yeah, stay inside where it's warm and
Yeah, stay out of trouble.
I gotta see about. I don't know. I went to Tiltonburg today, and my sister said, "Oh, I got one of those folding tables. You can have it." So because this just ain't big enough to have everything on here and then do 24-inch ones. I need a separate table. Well, I thought she had one just this size. Oh, Christ, it's just a little one.
Oh,
Tired. Maybe look at buying one. Okay, Rob says I'm doing okay. You can't get rid of me that easy. LOL. Wish Paul and Lynn the best for me. Okay. Will do. Oh, somebody's getting hungry. What, you want dog food? I'd eat that food before I'd
hey
eat
Paul.
dog food.
Laura,
Yeah.
Laura said to tell him that she will bug him tomorrow.
There you go. I said Laura said she'll bug you tomorrow.
Oh, she had to travel back home. The funeral must have been in Wales.
Oh, yeah. Well, Paul, hold on to the fort. I got to go get some dogs here fed.
Okay. Okay, Frank, is that an RC truck convoy is hitting Ottawa? I know you guys do the RC trucks, or is it a real truck convoy? And the other question I have, is that like a one-day event, Frank, or is that multiple days over the weekend? Okay, Laura, you get a good night's sleep. You've had a busy day, and thanks for popping in. Give our best to David, too. Yeah, it's starting to get dark here now. All of you on the West Coast or whatever, it's still going to be light. I'll be much happier come, spring, April, May, when it's light later and it gets light earlier. I don't like the winter darkness.
Stupid dog. Gracie there. I give her, because I had French fries, she didn't want them. So I put the dog food down because I had that stuff left over from yesterday.
Yeah.
And anyways, she's sitting on the couch looking at me like, "What are you going to feed me?" So I said, "Get down off of there now. Come get your supper, eh?" So what she do heads over to Great Vader's bowl to see what he had before she goes to hers. It just anyways, Laura, I said, Laura said she'll bug you tomorrow. And he come back and said, LOL, it's what I live for. So he's looking forward to it there, Laura.
Oh, it's the Frank. Frank was saying that the truck convoy was coming to Montreal, and I said, "Is that the RC trucks or is it the real trucks?" And he says it's the real trucks, and they're doing a protest
Oh, yeah.
until the
Yeah.
restrictions are taken off at the border for truckers.
Yeah, they're Frank. Do you see our great premier? Oh, he was close to a COVID person yesterday, but he tested negative. But I better go into isolation for 5 days. You want all the truckers are there? Yeah, right. Yeah, what an idiot. He just said that just so he don't have to
I
deal
know.
with them.
I know. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at the head on that thing.
Hey, look at there he is.
Yeah, he is. Hey, how's it
you doing?
going?
How you
Hey,
doing,
Adrian,
Mr.
how
Hodges,
you
Mr. Paul
doing?
Murray? How you doing?
Hey,
Good.
Adrian.
I'm out here trying to bring home the bacon.
There you go.
Oh,
Are you still working?
I'm so Murray. Somebody got to work.
yeah. Somebody's got to pay the bills.
Yep.
I'm not like you, Mr. Paul Hodges. You guys just do whatever you want. A bunch of teenagers just playing around, goofing around with toys. I got to work.
Yep.
You got to pay to play, right?
There you go. There you go.
We got to come up with a new name, teen years or something. Teen years, not teen seniors.
A teenager drone instead of Paul Murray, call it teenager drone show or something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm not saying much, sorry, because I'm doing paperwork and I gotta kind of
all right.
a little bit.
There's the lineup, Paul. Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's in Toronto. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do something. Did I miss it? I hope not.
Hey, I meant to ask you, Paul Hodges. I got a question for you.
Yo.
There is a show that I'm hooked on, and I think it's based in Canada also. It's called I think it was something 401 Truckers or something like that.
Oh, yeah. 401 Rescue.
Yeah, there you go. 401 Rescue. There you go. I love that darn show. Man, there's some bad accidents that happen out there, Paul Hodges.
Yeah. Have you seen Highway Through Hell yet?
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
There's some bad shit happening over there, man. Holy crap.
Yep.
If anybody in the chat saying anything to me, I apologize. I cannot see the chat.
Okay, Mike says hi and Bob Glazer says hi.
Hey, Bob Glazer. How you doing, Mike Rennick? How you doing, buddy?
And Mike Rennick. Yeah. Hey, Paul, do you think they'll launch that spacecraft? Take a look at this. Oh, he's talking to somebody here.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. Look at this. I look like solid rain or something there. The flag's standing straight out.
Straight out.
They got 33 minutes to launch. Yeah, I don't think they're going to put that rocket up tonight. Hang on.
The Florida weather is really bad. I don't think they're going to do it either.
Yeah. That with that wind and the fog and everything, but you never know. They do the night launches too. So there was a time when they didn't launch at night,
And I understand, but right now the way the weather is, the wind and the weather, I don't think. I mean, they might do it because they're crazy as hell, but I don't know.
They'll probably do a hold like at the 2-minute mark, a weather hold.
Paul Murray, I see you showing out now.
What's that?
I say, you be showing out. I see you doing that, that night flight with the drone, chasing that ship. You showing out the way you were kind of going around it. That was
Yeah.
pretty nice. I like that.
Well, I went and did a night flight last night and it just turned out too damn dark.
What, did you
It
take that
happens-
one
it
off,
happens
Paul?
sometimes.
No, the other one I did the night before,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but I did one last night at about 11 o'clock and it just was too darn dark and just, I thought I could lighten it up, but you go to lighten it up too much and then it starts to pixelate.
Yeah, that you start having all that noise on the
Yeah.
shot. It won't be worth it. You know, it will look like crap.
Yeah, easy don't do it. So that's where my lasagna is. It's back. It's in all those trucks that are backed up on the highway.
Hang on, I gotta close some
I,
drapes.
I think the show Paul Hoyer is called Highway from Hell. Am I right?
Yeah, Highway from Hell. And then the other one's called 401 Rescue. 401 Rescue is all across, well, the 401 highway, 401,
Yeah.
402, 403 highways.
The 401 is right by Paul Hodges.
Yep. Well, the guys that in the blue tow trucks, the big guys at Ross Towing and stuff, I know some of the guys there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That was my next question to you. If you know any one of those guys.
Yeah, just the ones from London. I don't know all of them, but I know a couple of them. But there's Ross Towing there. Yeah, they're a pretty big outfit.
Hey, Paul Murray, you there?
Oh, he disappeared there for a minute.
I can hear you. I'm throwing
Okay.
peanuts.
Okay, there's another show that is based in Michigan as well about when it comes to trucks too, Paul Hodges.
Yeah, which
Have you
one's
seen
that?
that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, there's one in Michigan because they always keep talking about that one. I forgot the name of it, but it's a U.S. based company that do tow trucks, and I forgot. I think if it's on Netflix or is it on Prime Video? Or
Okay,
Hulu, it's on one of those.
Okay, I'll be right back there. Adrian. Hang on.
Yeah, Adrian, some of those shows are pretty cool.
Yeah, I just don't like, when somebody is in danger or somebody loses their life. Like sometimes, it happens a lot on those shows. They just won't show you the graphics, but they will tell you, there was a fatality.
Yeah, well, the other thing too is you drive for a living, so you're not looking to see accidents.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh.
The only thing about that, Paul Murray, is like today, man, some of these people just, I don't even know how the hell they got a driver's license. Let me put it that way. Some people are just there, just retarded. I don't even think they will be qualified if I was the judge. I would be like, nope.
Well,
You
that'd
don't
be
need one.
hey, Adrian, maybe you're onto something. You ought to have once a week, you do a show, call it Judge Adrian, and you could do a judge show on the internet, and you can have people argue their case before you. You decide.
I believe people will hate me. I will get so much hate mail. I believe they will hate me because if there's one thing about me, I hate stupid shit. I'm sorry, I do. I'm allergic to it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate stupid people, and we have a lot of those.
Yeah.
Lenny's here.
Yeah, I see Lynn's here. Yeah.
Some people just live out of just messing with somebody else.
Yeah.
Hey, one crazy thing that happened to me in Michigan, though, when I went over there, Paul, is you guys don't believe in freaking blinkers, do you? You guys just drive and just keep
Oh,
going.
they just.
Hey, Adrian.
I even see the damn cops speeding.
Yeah.
Hey, Adrian, there's another one called Ron Pratt. It's called Ron Pratt Midwest Truck. They're a big towing company,
Okay.
and they do big tow jobs. Trying to think, but they, here they got a big truck here.
That's the
roller.
boom. Okay, that's the big old boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got rotators and all that stuff, right? So, yeah, but he does his own stuff. It's not like the 401 where you get all the cops and everybody
Yeah.
else, fire trucks. Well, they're there on the scene, but This guy does all his own videos. So
But if there's one thing when it comes to the show that's based in Canada, man, those police and the state trooper, they want the freaking highway to be cleared ASAP.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes they get mad at the towing company, but they need to do the job right. That way, there's not going to be any extra
Yeah.
work to do or anything like that.
Yeah. I
Right?
don't want to get anybody hurt. No. I wanted to say hi to Lynn too. Adrian, AG Drone dude said hi, and so did Lynn.
How you doing, Lynn? How you doing, man? Like the guy was saying in one of those shows, Paul Hodges, they're saying that those trucks cost over $1 million. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
2-3
Yeah.
million easy.
Oh, especially those 60 and 70 ton rotators. They're a lot of money.
And just the rotator boom only with that big old thing, that thing by itself costs like $400,000-$500,000 or more.
Yeah. And see now, I used to start tow truck too before, but now with these guys with the big booms on them and the rotators, they have to have a crane license now, eh?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heavy equipment crane operators.
Yep.
So they have to be certified in that too.
Yep. Yeah. They're in Canada, anyways. I don't know about the US because you got to know your loads and how much strain. But a lot of these rotators, it'll tell you how much strain you're putting on the equipment when it comes up to your maximum. And
Right. Yeah, they got some sophisticated digital readouts.
yeah.
Now those rotator boom can literally lift that big old trailer. I mean the truck like nothing. It lift, it just ejected up in the air like nothing.
Yep.
Yep.
Easy. I
Yeah.
like how they have the wireless remote control.
Oh, yeah.
Where you do it from a distance. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yep. Well, they can be right there and watch what's happening instead of being way back in the truck, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Have you done any flying today, Paul?
Yeah, I did
Yep.
a ship. I did a ship today.
Not me.
Hey, Paul, wait a minute. Wait your turn. I asked the other Paul, not you. Wait a
Oh, the
minute.
other Paul. Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't fly today. So
I tell you what, I'm gonna call you Paul number 1, Hodges Paul number 2. That way you know.
yeah, number 2, or just call me Hodges, Hound Dog, whatever.
Yep.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Yep, see you in a bit. Look like you just got home, huh?
I think he's on his way home. He just climbed down out of the truck.
Oh, okay.
He
I
said
thought
he was,
maybe it
doing
was
his,
only.
he was doing his end of the run paperwork.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. Well, tomorrow he goes back to work, but he's probably got to drive up there today, doesn't he, Ron?
Tomorrow, I think he goes back. Didn't he say Friday?
I thought he's going back to work on Friday, but he'd have to drive up today, wouldn't he? I don't know.
Well, he usually leaves first thing early in the morning. But
Oh.
did you hear about his accident, Paul?
Yeah, he sprained his ankle or something. Eh?
Yeah, yeah. He fell through the ice and
He thought he heard something and he wasn't watching where he was walking or something.
yeah, he thought he was being stalked by somebody,
Mm.
by a bear.
So, Lynn, how's Hoss doing? Getting a little bit better again yet, or what?
Yeah, the bad news is Haas is glad to be home and loves being with Mama, but the bad news is they gonna have to do some more operations.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that's what got Lynn pretty upset.
Oh, what do they have to do? Do you know?
I don't know, probably
Well.
redo it again or something. I don't know what the
No.
story is. And
I'm surprised they took the plate out or pins and screws. Like, me, they left them in my back.
well,
they
what
did that
happened
to-
is the plate moved.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But they took it all out and then bandaged them up again. So, what you
Yeah.
have them back in for more X-rays or something?
They just took the
the heck?
plate and screws out and then just bandaged it up really good and sent him back home till they decide what they're gonna do.
Oh yeah. Huh. Limping bad, goes back early morning, fractures. You have to leave him. They want to put a bigger plate in. Oh wow. Sorry to hear that. No, go lay down, Gracie. Okay, let's go to here. My projects. Oh.
Oh, that's not good. She said that she has to leave him there
Yeah,
and he doesn't do well with being left there.
yeah, yeah. Mm. Okay. How close is that? Oh, there it is there.
Well, sorry to hear that, Lenny, but you're
Yeah.
you got to look at the end result if they can get it fixed
Yeah.
so that it's workable for Haas.
Yeah.
That's the positive. But the negative is putting him through all this rigmarole.
Yeah, that's a problem, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so if
not
I
good.
leave, yeah, 4 1/4 to 4 1/4 to 4 3/4 is a 1/2 inch. Okay, I just don't mind me. I'm talking to myself here. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, there. So I can raise that up. Oh, no, I don't want the whole thing. I want this one here. So that's 8 inches. Now I should be able to do 2 4-inch high lettering. Oh, okay. That's got to change anyways. What am I doing here? Okay, I just, yeah. Oh, no. I messed
Yep,
up there.
you're right, Lenny. That's right.
Okay.
That's the bad part.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the worst thing about having to go through it all, right? Okay, can I go back? That didn't work. Well, I got rid of it altogether. Oh, got to redo it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I gotta go here. Okay, so I gotta go to DDR. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? To
See, Stream Time's
DDR.
having trouble with their internet again.
Are they? Yeah.
It just did a circle for a minute or so.
Well, they've still been having problems for a while, right? So
Yes, yep.
okay, so
Yep. Lynn says, and taking him up there knowing they will hurt him, that really bothers her.
yeah. 3-inch high lettering. Oh. Oh, come on. Okay, so no, it's 2.5. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. That's good there. Oh. Oh, quiet tonight.
Yes, it is.
I thought we'd get some people jumping in here. Well, Adrian might be back in a minute, but okay, gonna go here, duplicate it. Okay, come down. Okay, so we're gonna go to there. So that's under 8 inches. There, to speak of the devil, there he is, Mr. Ron Lockwood.
Hey, Ron,
Welcome.
how's it going?
Are you home? Are you on the way, or are you what's happening? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Len. If he's there or on his way, or what the deal is. So we are 8, 1, 2, 3 1/4 inches. Right back. Oh, okay.
Oh, Paul, it says on here, due to unfavorable weather, now targeting Friday, January the 28th at 6:11 p.m. Eastern for launch of Cosmo.
Yeah, they scrubbed it.
Yep.
3.5. Wonder how I can get a taller letter. Let's go to Genuine. Trying to figure out this, the fonts here, trying to get the bigger lettering, eh? But okay, cool. No, the Genuine wasn't bad, but let me see. Where are Genuine? Right there. That puts them almost at 4 inches. And it's a bigger, thicker letters. Maybe I'll do that one too and see what happens. Cool. Okay, cool. How long does it go though? It's still under the thing here, so I can go. Okay, if I go to 23.5 inches long, okay. I think I can still print it because you can't be within 1/2 inch of the thing there. Okay, so now if I move that up, you're just okay. Up to okay. I'll put it up above. They're 3.5 inches. Well, I think we'll try it as long as it's all good on the length still. Yeah, well, this one can go.
Here comes Ron now.
Oh, speaking of the devil.
Hey, Ron.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Uh,
How's the ankle?
it is freaking throbbing right now.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I might go get an X-ray in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to be able to go back to work tomorrow, are you?
Well, I'm going up there. I just don't know how good I'll do.
Yeah.
It's
Did you tell them about it or?
Not yet.
Oh. Well, I was just wondering if you should kind of warn them in case it continues to stay worse, they can get a replacement.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if the plane's back. It went out last Wednesday.
For maintenance?
Yeah, the big one. Oh, let me pop out the chat here. Yeah, I went and helped my neighbor today, and Probably wasn't the best idea.
Especially with a bumped up ankle.
Yeah, I do a lot of things sometimes that aren't the greatest.
Well, that's because you still think you're 25.
I know. In my mind, I'm not going to stop being 25, so give me that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it hurts. Oh well.
Have you been
I-
soaking it or anything, or?
Just elevation, anti-inflammatories, ice, and grabbed a little liquid courage, and
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. So,
Yeah, I know. One time I stepped out of a truck in the wintertime and there was a ridge of ice like this right where I stepped on. My ankle went like that. And I was done. They had to come up and replace me and I had to go to the hospital and I tore some kind of ligament or something. I don't know, but
yeah.
I was in
It's
a,
the ankle that I screwed up as a kid. And I've twisted it, I bet you 2 or 3 times since then. And yeah.
yeah.
And the first time ever as a kid, I stepped off a sidewalk.
Yeah.
All it was stepping off a damn sidewalk.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
there's Lenny.
Don't take much.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, we're sorry to hear that. It hasn't been good for it's a threefer. You know, we got Welsh Rob's in the hospital, Dave Ennis is in the hospital,
Shit.
and then now you.
What happened to Rob?
Rob's been battling with medical conditions on and off, but
Yeah.
it's getting worse all the time. So
Really? Wow.
yeah, he's been doing chemo and all kinds of things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah. But
Oh,
yeah, I was talking to him a little while ago here. So
Yep. Keep your foot up, buddy.
That's what I'm doing, bud. Me and my sexy jammies.
There you go. So what if you go tomorrow? What time do you leave there?
4.
Wow.
I'm wondering, is it because I was on it today? I probably should just called my buddy and said, hey, I can't go out.
yeah.
But, and then my one friend here said, Ron, how many times have I told you not to go in the woods alone? I know, but I can't get anybody to go with me.
Yep.
What, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, the sad part about it is that it happened. You were a long ways away from the truck, right?
Probably about 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that you could still halfway limp back.
I know. Yeah, I was actually on my way back and I was through most of the rough terrain. And it's like, oh shit, I got to cross that swamp again. That ain't gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But have you gotten? Hey, I'm hoping Dave Enos comes on here
Yeah.
and show me some of them cute little nurses
Yeah.
you're telling me about.
Well, Dave, he got taken to the hospital, right?
Right.
And so he had his phone, but he didn't have the charger and anything
Oh,
to
shit.
charge his phone. So he was begging around the hospital to see if anybody could charge his phone. But it's not like just plugging it in your room,
Yeah, that's true. Damn it, Dave. Just when I need you, buddy. See, get a cute little nurse to help a brother out here.
Yeah. No kidding, right?
And then Haas, I don't know if you heard or not, but Lynn's Haas has got to go back for x-rays on Monday and they got to do another operation.
Another one.
Yep.
Well, wasn't that scheduled though? Was he supposed to have 2?
Well, he went in and they took out the plate and screws that were in his wrist.
Oh, right.
And because they had moved.
Oh,
So now they're gonna, so he went back and had it taken out a couple of weeks ago. And now he's got to go back and it's really, really hard on Lynn because knowing that he's gonna hurt again when he goes back, you know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Hmm.
So it's it's a double whammy, and I feel bad for Lynn, and I feel bad for Hoss, of course, but I feel bad for Lynn because she, those are her babies.
Yeah. I remember even my dog, whenever they're hurt,
Yep,
they're sick, whatever, they run to you. They run to you for protection.
that's right.
They hate
Yeah.
make it better, hurry up. My dog had probably 3 or 4 different times she had seizures. And it was the weirdest thing. About 30 seconds beforehand, she would run and just push against your leg like she couldn't get any closer.
Yeah.
It's like, uh-oh, here we go.
Yep. Yeah, Gracie here. She has seizure once in a while. My beagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn says that atrophy is really starting to kick in too on Hoss.
Because he's not using it.
No.
Not using it. He's limping around.
Hmm. I was talking to my neighbor today. He was telling me that he goes, yeah, Ron, he said, the unfortunate thing is when you go away, those deer are like, screw him, I'm going with the neighbors.
Well, God must have someplace else they're going to.
Oh,
Dude.
they do. They have, it's not even a quarter mile up the road, up around the curve. I went up there the other day and they were up on people's porch. There's 4 or 5 of them right on the porch, on the deck. Like, well, at least I got them to feed out of my hand, though. That was pretty cool that day. Oh yeah, I bet he does. Yeah, I remember that, Lynn. I remember mine did that too. We had a great vet though. He was, when we started with him, he was already 78 years old. He was the spitting image, earring and all of Jerry Garcia.
Really?
Yeah, but he was a phenomenal vet. He actually taught all over the U.S.
Yeah.
He knew his stuff. And there's your printer going there, Paul.
Yeah, I'm just doing up a 2-bedroom condo once. It is 80% done. Yep, hang on.
And the dogs are barking.
Yeah.
Hey, Lenny, come on up here on the panel.
Yeah.
You don't have to turn your camera on. Come on up and chit chat. Yeah, Haas knows where they're going. Soon as she gets in with a matter of a couple of miles of the vets, he
They can smell.
starts crying and oh yeah.
I think what they smell is a bunch of animals at the facility, and they smell that fear.
Well, 2 miles away.
Oh yeah.
Farm
Farm
for sale.
for sale. There you
And check this place out.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just doing up some samples. So, well, I could probably end up selling them anyways, but I'm just, yeah. So, hold on. Okay.
Now it's time to weed it.
Yep. Well, I got to take it off the thing first. Okay. And I'll cut it so I don't lose a whole roll. No, yeah, but see, this is why I need all the room because they're 24 inches long, right?
Yeah.
So,
It was funny. Today I was in the grocery store And big cowboy, older gentleman walked up behind me and he said, "You the one driving that white pickup?" I said, "Yes, sir." I'm like, "Oh shit, somebody hit my truck."
Yeah.
He said, "Let me shake your hand."
Hey.
So I shook his hand. He said, "Do you notice anything different?" I said, "I do." And I don't know if he didn't think I would recognize or not, but he gave me a Masonic handshake. And he was a fellow Mason. And certain handshake we do. And my God, we stood there for 45 minutes at the grocery store talking. He's a hell of a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 32nd degree Mason, but I haven't been to Lodge since
I didn't know that, Paul.
1980s. Just
Oh.
paying my dues. Just paying my dues.
32nd degree myself.
Yep. Blue Lodge, the Blue Lodge.
Mhm.
What?
Matter of fact, I'm going to join a lodge out here. I got my travel papers. My friend from back home, he was the worshipful master back home. And when I moved away from Pennsylvania, he called me up one day and said, "There's something coming in the mail to you." So he gave me my travel papers. So anytime that I go to a lodge out here, obviously you'll still have to be tested, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, Paul. I didn't know you're a Mason.
Yep. I joined a very good friend of mine. And come to find out, my grandfather was a Mason too. So
There was a lot of American presidents that were Masons.
yep, Masons. Yep.
Yeah. A lot of celebrities like honored Arnold Palmer. Oh gosh, I think some of the others. There was a lot, but my ex-wife she was so against it. She was Catholic, and the Catholics were always against the Masons.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reasoning were, but yeah, when the guys came to my house to interview me, they, she was all uptight and cranky, and I still joined. It was a good thing. I've gotten so busy in life in the last couple of years that I'd like to rejoin a lodge. It'd be a good way to meet, new people because like I said, this area is somewhat secluded, and it'd be a good way for me to meet people and,
Hey, Justin, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Justin.
We're here commiserating with Ron because he was out hiking back in the woods 3 miles and fell and hurt his ankle.
You on bed rest now?
I wish.
Did you just roll it, or did you actually fracture it or something?
Tell him the story, Ron.
I was about 2.5 miles back in the woods and kept hearing wood breaking behind me and twigs and stuff. I'm like, something's behind me. And I kept turning around and wasn't watching where I was going, and thought it was cold enough to swamp. Long story short, I fell through some ice. And when I fell through, my foot went one way and my body went the other direction. And then I just felt this excruciating pain. I'm like, oh shit, I just broke my leg. And I'm a long ways from the truck.
And he's
Swell
alone.
up bad?
And I'm by myself. But
That's
I haven't done.
That ain't gonna do you no good. You're stuck out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Might fend off the animals for a couple days.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it took me a while to get back. And it started swelling up again today. So it was down a little bit this morning, but then when I got up and started, thought, like you said, Paul, you think you're 25 again.
Yeah.
It's hurting like a bitch right now.
I thought the injuries got less severe the older you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you dunk it what are you doing? Like icing it?
Ice, anti-inflammatories, elevation, and alcohol.
And alcohol.
And alcohol, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just get you a bucket of ice and just duck your foot in there until you can't feel it no more. Be like them NFL players. I don't know how they do it when they get in those ice baths. and they
Ice
sit in there.
baths, yeah.
Ooh. They'll sit in there for like an hour too, just sitting there.
I gotta admit, I'm the first one to admit I was not man enough. Christmas Eve, if you remember the mineral hot spring scene
Yep, yep.
on that show, I was in 105 degree temperature, and I had actually went there in the afternoon to check the place out, and there was a guy that he was like a groundskeeper or whatever, but he said, "Hey, would you like a tour?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So he showed me around, and he said, "People come in here. This pool is this temperature. This pool is this temperature. One was like 101 and one was like 105." And he goes, "But that one's 60.
You want me to get a coil for?
And he said, "People will sit in this one, the 105, for like 15 minutes.
Looks good, Paul.
And two-bedroom condo. It looks nice."
Well, I got to transfer. Yeah, I got to still weed this one, but yep.
But there was this little, I don't know how to describe it. It was about a foot and a half wide and maybe, I don't know, 8-10 inches deep, and it had a railing, and it was cold ass water.
Oh, really?
And every 10 minutes you were supposed to get out of the hot tub, walk through this cold water, and then get back in. And he was explaining how it brought this feeling or sensation or whatever up through your legs and up through your body. And he goes, then you sit in there, you do that 7 times. Then on the next try, which is, I guess Courage had to be with you, but you got up and left the 105 and went to the 60. And you sat in there for like 10-15 minutes. I'm like, I can't do that.
Well, it's in Scandinavia, don't they do the saunas and the hot tubs and the hot springs? Then they go out and they jump in the snow. It's like,
yeah,
oh.
crazy dash. But I stayed in the hot water with the hot tub chick.
Yeah.
It would feel better though if you went and sat in a jacuzzi after you ice it up, and then go sit in a jacuzzi for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I may get a hot tub for this place.
You can always get one of those really cool little. I know a lot of people like those. What is it?
You get one that are inflatable.
Yeah, the little inflatable ones.
Yeah.
There's only like a couple. I think they're only like $200-300. You get the pump and everything with them.
Really?
Yeah.
There's people, I've actually seen videos on YouTube. People actually have those damn inflatable jacuzzis in their house.
Right.
They'll actually put them inside their house.
I see what Russell Glerum wrote. Oh God.
So do you have to take time off work for that, or are you just kind of trying to get it as best as you can?
I'm gonna, yeah, Paul Murray has a good point, but I'm gonna try and make it in. I am really trying to save my vacation time for,
Yeah.
I gotta burn up some time for Alaska and hunting season. I gotta make sure I have enough time. Plus I try to leave a little open.
Would they charge that, Ron, against your vacation time, or would that be just sick time?
They put your sick and vacation time all together.
Oh, okay.
And then if you're out for like a big medical or something, they burn up all your vacation / sick time then you go into short-term disability, which is only 60% of your pay, I think. I'm trying to remember what that is.
Yeah, it's usually something like that. Yeah.
And then you, when that runs out, there's so many hours for that, then you go into long-term.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to save, what I can in the event I get really sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'll just sneak in there and then take a little jump out of the helicopter. Workman's comp.
Oh, the important- The sucky part of that's only 60% of your pay too. I know. I did that in South Dakota. That was the first time I ever had to use that. That was a sucky. Oh my God.
Right back, guys. Mia's bugging the hell out of me again.
Yeah. Two bedroom
Yeah, I
condo.
was with the same company. I did an internal transfer from California to South Dakota, and I was only on the new job for week and a half. The boss calls me up and he said, "Ron, word around the campfire is you're doing just fine," which I didn't expect otherwise. Things here aren't a whole lot of different than what you were doing before. He said, "If it's okay with you, I'm comfortable. And if you're comfortable," he goes, "let's start you out as a second person on Monday morning." This is on Friday night. I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I said, I'm good to go. Because I was running as a third person. And I screwed that up about 10 minutes later. I'll never forget that. They had us, we were in a hangar, and we had all this gym equipment in this one room, and our medical supply lockers were out in the hangar portion. The boss wanted it switched, and technically, according to corporate, they should have hired somebody to do that, because that was not under our job description. And long story short, a guy and I were moving a treadmill, and we had it up on its side. It was an old treadmill, very heavy.
Get up here.
And he slipped and fell. He lunged forward. He knocked me down, and I fell directly on my hind end on the concrete. The treadmill, which weighed about 150 to 200 pounds, fell on me, and then he fell on it. He weighed about 200 pounds. So I had about 400 some pounds that crashed on top of me. And I literally completely exploded my L2 vertebrae. That was the weirdest, most painful injury I've ever had. They said for like 5 minutes, I was sitting on the ground, pale as a ghost, sweating, never said a word. They said, I just stared.
Yeah, you were
I don't
probably
remember that.
stunned.
Yeah. And they wanted to say, all right, you got to go to urgent care. I'm like, no, I'm I thought I like pulled a muscle or did something, but anyhow, being a stubborn ass medical person, and
Aren't we the worst patients?
terrible.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. On the way home, Paul, I ended up going home. I had to pull the truck over and throw up twice on the way home because I was in so much pain. I had to walk up about 8 steps up into my duplex, and I get up into bed. I'm laying there like, oh my God, this hurts so bad. I lay there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I got to get something for pain. And I went to try and get out of bed. I couldn't even roll over. I'm like, and I started to stiffen up really bad. It took me about 10 minutes to get out of bed. I slid my way out, and then I couldn't stand up. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. So
on the floor. No.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to call for help. So I elbowed my way out to the living room, to the kitchen. Now I can't reach the counter where my phone is.
Yep.
Like, this is not good. So I ended up laying on the cold kitchen floor the rest of the night. And that's where I stayed. I get up the next morning. I was able to get myself off the floor, but I went to urgent care. That was a task, getting down those steps and driving. I get down there, and the lady, thank God, she realized he's in a lot of pain. She gave me a shot of Toradol, and within 10 minutes, like, I don't have an injury anymore. I literally, in 10 minutes, it was gone. And she was I think a PA or a nurse practitioner. Did the x-rays, and she said, well, I don't see anything earth shattering, and everything looks good. I'm like, okay. She was go home and rest. She goes, we'll send this to the radiologist. Well, she did. And 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, she called and said, don't move, don't drive, don't live, don't do anything. You broke your back. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I was about to say, we're going to do a fundraiser for Life Alert for Ron
yeah,
because he
Yeah.
keeps getting injured and stuck by himself in places.
that wouldn't have done me any damn good out there either, Paul.
Well, no, because you probably didn't have service out there, did you?
Mm-mm.
Cell service now.
They do make those devices. One of my buddies in California, he was in Northern California hunting bear, and he fell down off a cliff. And he had one of those. You can get them at like Cabela's or whatever, but they're like a Life Alert. And he said he was laying there about half unconscious, and he just remembered he had it, pushed a button, and he said he was like in and out of consciousness. And he said he thought he was hallucinating, but he said I looked up and I thought I saw a helicopter hovering above me, and it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they ended up rescuing him rappelling down off the mountain and rescuing him. And yeah.
Well, I seen something the other day. I think it was on Facebook or someplace, but they're saying if you're ever out in the bush and say your phone is getting really low on charge, to change your messaging system to where you are, like instead of thank you for calling or whatever, and say, look, I'm in such and such an area and all this and everything else. Because if they can't reach you, they go to the messaging service and it tells them
Oh,
where you actually are.
yeah, that's a good point.
I thought, well, that's a smart idea.
I never thought of that.
Just change your message to, I'm in such and such a location in case your phone dies. But if they try and call it, it goes to messaging right away. Well, then they know where you are, or have an idea, right? So,
Well, they have these wristwatches too that are
Yeah, those
that have actual distress thing built into, and they will actually
Yeah.
shoot off to the Coast Guard and a bunch of other
they said
life-saving
I've
organizations,
seen them advertised where like
but they're expensive.
yeah.
Well, all you need to do is have one incident, Ron. This was your wake-up call. You need to either have a sat phone or something, because you go out where there isn't any cellular service.
Well, it's not my first. The other one, matter of fact, the girl coming here Friday.
Uh-huh.
I'll never. Oh my God, it's kind of funny in a way. Another way it wasn't. I had just moved to South Dakota, and she begged me. She said, "Please do not go in the woods alone." And typical Ron, he don't listen. I go out one day. I'm on the 4-wheeler, and if you guys would have been with me, you would have done the same thing. I'm out on the 4-wheeler, and I get into this new territory. I'm like, "Oh my God, look at this canyon!" It was absolutely gorgeous. And it's starting to snow, but I looked up on the canyon wall. It looked like about 500 yards up. I think it was further, but I found what looked to be a cave. I'm like, I need to go explore this. Now I was smart. I took my flashlight and a pistol. The snow was kind of wet and like a real wet snow, slippery. I kept falling all the time. I was going up this hill. I finally get up there. And I turn around, I'm like, oh my God, look at this view. So I'm standing outside this cave. Well, I forgot the important part. Now I had no cell service at the 4-wheeler, but as I'm climbing the hill, I got about 80-90% of the way up. And I got a text message from somebody. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got 1 bar. My phone works up at elevation. So I'm standing outside this cave and I'm taking pictures because the view was beautiful. I'm like, all right, time to go check this cave out. So I grabbed the flashlight and the pistol and I start coming in. As I walked in, I could walk in and then the ceiling kind of slanted down. So I had to duck down and then it took a real hard turn to the left. And as soon as I turned left and pointed a flashlight, I'm like, holy shit. Excuse my expression. There was Mama Lion laying there, and I just saw the ears go back, the snarl, the fangs came up, the whiskers went back, and I'm like, oh crap. And And I'm almost on my hands and knees at this point because the cave, like I said, the ceiling had come down. I hauled ass on back there. And I got to the outside of the cave, and I'll admit I was shaking like a leaf. I'm pointing the gun inside the cave, like she comes barreling out there, I'm gonna let her have it. She didn't come out.
No.
And I started to back down. I kept my face facing towards the cave. All of a sudden my phone rings. And it's the girlfriend. Hi, honey, what are you doing? You ain't gonna, and stupid me doesn't think. I'm like, you ain't gonna believe this. I found a cave. I walked in, I found a mountain lion. As I'm backing down the hill, click, I lose cell service. So
Yeah.
all she hears is, all right, dumbass went into the cave, found a mountain lion. He's not close by himself. And I told him not to do that. So for the next 2 hours, that's all she knows. Oh, was she mad? Oh, boy, did I hear it that day at the end of the night.
Well, hang on. I'll go back where the mountain lion is, get cell service.
I think more or less we need to do an intervention for Ron. The we'll call it like wilderness insane. Like we'll have to wrap him in bubble wrap or something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Ron, you keep getting yourself into some sticky situations.
Well, life it's an adventure.
Well, I'm sure you were saying that when you were running
No.
down it.
Yeah.
Life's an adventure.
Life's an adventure.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
at that point, you whip the notepad out of your pocket and you go, check that off the bucket list.
Yeah.
Face to face with a mountain lion.
That's just like back in what was that? Last year in November, end of November, when I had COVID, and no, it was when I got the shot, the second shot 2 months later, when I got really sick, and I was so dehydrated. It was about 10 o'clock at night, and I get up off my couch, and man, the whole room started spinning. And the next thing you know, I'm doing loops around the living room, and next thing you know, I'm laying on my back, and I'm laying there, and I fell down, and I just sat there very calmly. I said, "Oh God, this sucks. I'm living here alone.
Yeah.
I'm down on the ground. I'm laying here. The room's spinning. This is not good." I did it all very calmly, but I'm like, okay. So I just kind of moved over and I grabbed my phone. I'm like, I'm gonna call my buddy Rob. He's a paramedic. Sure enough, he's working. I said, any chance you and the guys can quietly sneak over here and give me a couple liters of fluid? Sure enough, they did. That's what I needed, was some fluid. I was so dehydrated. Yes, Lynn, it's a guy thing. It's a dude.
Yeah, it's because it's not that Ron's a flight medic or anything.
Yeah.
Safety first, Ron. But yeah, that's what's funny is like doctors. I've seen not all of them, but they say some doctors, are some of the most unhealthiest people. Yet they'll tell you all day long.
We are, like Paul just said, we are the world's worst patients.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Lynn will tell you the story. I had to have emergency surgery to have a gallbladder removed because the gallbladder was the size of a Coke bottle, and it was hard like a Coke bottle. And so I'm up there on the floor late at night. You got them open ass things on, and I'm walking around the floor looking for a lazy boy in somebody's room they're not using.
Mm-hmm.
And I find one way down at the other end of the floor, and I'm pushing it down the floor like this to my room.
I got trapped in a training during a fire training once. I got some pretty bad smoke inhalation. I got taken to the hospital, and I was very cooperative until Junior medic wannabe was in the ambulance and trying to tell me what to do. And
Yeah.
oh God. Oh, I won't repeat the words out of my mouth. He was brand new. I could tell. And trying to tell me what to do and how I was feeling. And, you
Yeah.
know, like, dude, you have no idea. You know, I call him a diaper medic. So that didn't go over well.
Yeah, yeah, we're the worst.
I kind of pissed off the clerk at the court today.
What'd you do?
Because I went to go get my license switched over and found out we had a red light ticket on our car from like a year and a half ago I didn't know about.
Oh, what?
A red light ticket
What's that?
where
They issue the ticket when you go through a red light.
with the camera. It's a camera red light ticket or whatever the hell they
So
call
the question is, was it you or your wife?
it. My wife.
Ah,
And so I called up the tax collector that was doing at the DMV was like, yeah, you need to call this 800 number because I went to a collection agency that does the county's tickets. And I said, okay. So I called him up. And she told me it was $268. So I called him up. And the lady, she looks it up and she goes, I said, yeah, the lady said it was $268. So how can I pay it? And she goes, actually, it's $398 because of fees, late fees.
oh shit.
And the first thing I said to her, I was like, fuck you.
Oops.
And she was like, excuse me, sir. I was like, I don't care. I said, that's freaking ridiculous for a red light ticket. I said, because a lot of times what it does is it gets you like in that microsecond of when the light's yellow going to red. So it's like, how is a ticket that damn expensive?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. And she's like, if you want to go on a payment plan, it's that's going to be an extra $25 fee. I said, oh, y'all just love screwing people any which way you can, huh? I was getting mad with her.
It's a money grab.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was so pissed off. So I couldn't do that today because I didn't have the money to do that. I paid partial of it, but I wasn't able to pay it off because they're going to make, I have to pay that before I can get my license switched over. So I was only able to pay $100 on it today. So I got to try to pay that off over the next few weeks. So it's frustrating.
At least you're back working anyways.
Well, yeah, but I was trying to get caught up on all my other bills that I fell a little bit behind on.
Oh yeah.
And I was doing good, had payment plans set up for like my car and stuff to get caught back up on it and everything. And then I get hit with a freaking $400 damn ticket.
Oh, I just remembered something. Oh my God. Talk about the world's worst patients. When I had my knee surgery, oh my God. Now, keep in mind, I'm an employee of the hospital and I had knee surgery. And it was like a 2-hour thing. And they put me up in what they call the short procedure unit. In other words, I'm going to be in and out of there in the same day. And I'm laying there in bed. And my wife and my mother-in-law decided to go downstairs to the cafeteria and get a coffee. And so this little student nurse comes into my room. And you could tell she was fresh out of the frying pan, scared to death. And she comes in with this little pan of hot water and soap. And I look at her and I said, are you in here to give me a bed bath? So she goes, well, Mr. Lockwood, yes. And I said, you know what? I said, you might as well get naked too. I said, because there's going to be water and suds and soap and everything all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
She just stood there and she ran out of the room. All of a sudden, the charge nurse who knew me, knew my wife, come running in there and said, Ron, knock it off. Oh my God. Oh, that poor little nurse. She never did come back in. She was scared. So
Ron was like, it was anesthesia. Sorry.
yeah.
You ever seen those videos of those guys all jacked up on anesthesia? And
Yeah.
People film them.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I should go out one more time and see if my trespassers are there before I leave tomorrow. I threw them some corn. I put some out in the yard today.
Are they eating it, Ron?
They're coming around. It's just not coming around when I'm out there. I
Oh.
put some out last night and it was gone this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I come home last night about, I don't know, 6:37. And they're running all around the neighborhood. But I come into my house and they weren't in the yard. And as soon as I come in the door, I went out and rattled, but nobody came around. I think it's because right out behind my deck, I want to say it's about 100 yards up. That's actually where they used to gather. When I first moved here, they were up there every day. And the guy started building a house up there, and so they don't go up there anymore.
A lot of banging and stuff going on, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of he's putting the roof on. I think the roof's about done, so maybe there'll be a lot less noise and it'll come around some more. When he was in the hospital.
Hey, Paul, is that your new light behind you? Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a LED, but you can have it kind of a yellowish light and change the temperature on it. Then you can brighten it right up, eh?
Yeah.
So it's kind of what take the temperature. You can change the intensity of the light and everything. So yeah, it seems pretty bright, eh? Lights that up.
Yeah.
Let's tell stories about you, Paul.
Oh yeah, cool.
Paul Murray. So you're flashing the nurses in the hospital.
Well, that's when she was talking about me going down the halls with the gown that doesn't have nothing on underneath it, you know?
Oh yeah, you got an exit wound in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. See your two butt cheeks going like this, you know?
It's a fact. Oh man.
But all they gave me in the hospital was a sheet underneath and a sheet on top. I didn't get any decent blanket. So I called Lynn about 10 or 11 o'clock at night and I asked her to come home and get my blanket and my pillow, and she brought it down to me.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you were flashing everybody in the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could usually ask for a warm blanket. They have them in the oven there. They pull them out.
No, not this bunch. I never saw anybody.
Oh,
Paul was running around in assless chaps in the hospital.
yeah. And you had to go inside and feed the squirrels.
Out there in front of the hospital with just a gown on, throwing peanuts in.
I found out I don't do well with anesthesia. I've never been under anesthesia till about a year ago.
Oh,
I had spinal anesthesia for my knee surgery, but they gave me a spinal anesthesia and then just some sedation. But when I had my sinus surgery about a year and a half ago, they completely put me out and under. And here's the funny story about that is I remember sitting. This cost me a lot. I remember still laying on the gurney in the recovery room, and I remember looking around and I see this nurse sitting beside me. And I remember her saying, "Ron, are you okay?" And I said, "I can't breathe." And she said, "Ron, your pulse ox is 96." And I remember saying to her, "I don't effing care. I can't breathe." That's the last thing I remember. And I found out 3 days later that I had tossed two nurses across the room. Literally from my bed, I picked them up and tossed them across the room. That cost me some food and donuts, and I ended up going back there a couple days later. But I remember, the next thing I remember is sitting in my room, in another room, fully dressed. And I called my friend's wife and said, "Hey, they said I can go home and come pick me up." And here's the funny thing, was about 3 days before, I had called the city department that is in charge of like snow plowing and stuff. They had been plowing my development for weeks, and I kind of chewed them out. Well, for some reason, I don't remember the phone call, But I picked up the phone and I called the same lady and just laid into them. And really, apparently was quite a jackass. I found this out the next morning. I went down to the local convenience store for coffee and the chief of police is there, who was a friend of mine. I walked in there. He said, "Hey, come over here." And I walked over. He goes, "What the F is your problem?" I'm like, "Don, what are you talking about?" He goes, "Do you realize you got the entire city office pissed off at you?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Really?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, when you called them up yesterday." I'm like, "What do you mean I called them up yesterday?" I had no recollection. Apparently I called them up and just laid into them. They said I was a jerk at first, and then I just wouldn't shut up and kept talking and kept talking. So, "Well, I just got them out of surgery and, blah, blah, blah." They said they couldn't get me off the phone.
Wow.
And so I'm like, "Oh, crap." So then I went and grabbed the bottle of wine and took it up to Candace she's the secretary, who's the lady who took the phone call. Yeah, I guess I don't do well under anesthesia, even afterwards. But
Yeah, Ron tore up the whole damn town after he got one shot.
I did. I actually went into that surgery center, and one of the nurses said, "Yeah, you said you see that counter over there?" I said, "Yeah." "Do you see this room?" "Yeah." "You sent me from there to there." I'm like, "Oh my God." She goes, "Yeah, you were pretty nasty. It took 6 of us to hold you down." I'm like, "Holy crap."
Wow. Yeah, I went in to had gastronomic surgery done, where they put the lap band on and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm in pre-op, and the anesthesiologist comes in and says, "Yeah, because of your size, we're going to insert the trachea tube before we put you completely out."
What?
I said, "What?" So they take me in and they numb my throat up and everything. And she comes at, that thing that the spoon, I call it the spoon thing,
Yeah.
jamming that down my throat and trying to push the trach tube in, and it won't go. She's yelling and screaming, and I'm flopping around on the table like a fish, and she's yelling, "Knock him out, knock him out." That's the way I went out. So when I came to in post-op, I came to
Yeah.
going crazy.
I've never heard of that. Wonder why
No.
they did that. Huh.
Yeah, here she is with the spoon, the curved spoon. She's
Yeah, the
pushing
rim-
it down my throat
Oh.
like this and trying to jam it down there. And then I start flopping around, and they all jump on me, hold me down. And she's yelling, "Knock him out, knock him out." That's why I went out.
Hmm. Wow.
I just got a email from Cyberlink. It's video editing software. It's called Power Director,
Yeah.
but you can replace this guy now in videos.
I have that on my
Oh, it's
phone.
video.
In video, not
Wow.
photos. Yeah.
I
There
got
was
Power
a-
Director on my phone. I don't ever use it though.
It's
Well,
the
there was a-
video sky replacement effect is a perfect option. Huh.
There was a big update on Luminar Neo today, Paul.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet.
It was like 2 gigs worth of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I just kind of wondered though, when we replace the sky, if you had like an airplane flying by or something that was going to cover that or not.
Yeah.
I know Power Directors are actually pretty popular one. I know quite a few people that use it.
Yeah.
It's really good on your phone, like if you're using your phone to edit.
Cool. Well, where's Neil? Right there. I'll bring it up.
I paid for a year's subscription to it last year and never even damn used it.
What's that on?
Power Director for my phone.
Oh, yeah.
I paid
Yeah.
like, I think it was 20 some dollars for a year and I paid for it last year and never even used it.
Yeah.
So I just canceled the subscription after it was up.
Okay. Why isn't this coming up? Oh, there it is. Just slow.
I did have to get an app for work though that I downloaded last week. It's called Placemaker because the paperwork that they give me will have like 200 addresses for one city, but they don't put any of the addresses in order. So if you don't know the city that well, you don't know which address to go to first. You know what I'm saying? And so with this app, I can put 150 addresses in to one thing, and then the app will take it with Google Maps and optimize it into the perfect route for you. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not jumping all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I opened up Neo there, update.
Wow. Update, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, see, the Luminar Neo, we don't have the full version yet. They're still working on it. It's like the Mavic 3. They haven't given you everything yet, you know?
You found the update?
Something going on here, doesn't it? Something isn't working at the moment. Try again. I don't know what happened, but that's installing it now. Must have been a little bug on the
2 gigs of data. That should be a significant update right there.
yeah. Oh crap! We still got my neck thing on. Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna jump off. I got a couple things to do.
Yeah, what time is it? Oh, it's 6:50. Yeah, Lynn says the back injury surgery is the worst. Yeah, I've got screws in my back fused between L4 and L5.
I'll
It
see you
says I'm
guys
having,
later.
yeah, says I'm
I'll
having
run
trouble
somebody.
with my internet connection here. Try again.
Paul, did I show you the orangutan driving the golf cart?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah, that was funny.
They said we're having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection and try again. I got a
Really?
good internet connection.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's not working because I got everything else here. Where's Google? Oh, well, something I haven't done in a while. Speed test. Ookla. Oh, okay. Hang on your hat. Yep, no, the 15 millisecond ping. I'm up to 75 on the up or download. So I should be no problems. Upload's not as good, like it's 10 or something, but I don't upload a lot of stuff, but it's enough. No, I'm good there. I got run right on my speeds when I'm supposed to be. Lynn said she had a tumor at L5, was not prepared for that surgery or recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a slow recovery on that one there because I got pins and screws there, but yeah. No, it says I got a good connection here, so I don't know what the problem is. Maybe Luminar's having the problem.
Oh, Ron, you're walking gingerly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Really?
you might need it. Be wise to get an X-ray.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get one up there in the morning.
Yeah. I
Now,
know.
what's the closest hospital to where you are right now, Ron?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Get one of those plastic boots put on.
Yeah, I would.
Let's see this, Ron. I'm trying to update, but we're having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection. I just did. I got full blown out speeds. I don't know. It won't let me. I can do it and then try again, but it keeps coming up that way. Maybe Luminar's having a problem. Maybe too many people downloading it.
That could be, yeah.
I don't know. It just won't let me do it tonight.
Or it
For some
says
reason.
contact support.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'll try it again later. But I just did a speed test. So I'm right up to where it should be. So
I'm trying to remember what the updates were. There was some good stuff though.
yep. Oh yeah, yeah. It'll be good when it's finally finished. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you need to get some rest, Ron, because you're gonna go in tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll go to bed here in about an hour and a half or so.
Yeah,
About
You
6.
say you look kind of tired tonight.
yeah, you look tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was up early and my neighbor, I said, I'm just trying my best to fit in here.
Yeah.
He called me yesterday and said, "Hey, Ron, can he was working on, I have absolutely no experience of being a diesel mechanic, but he has a big tractor trailer and he wanted some help changing something. And he said, I need your help. I was like, okay, he said, I'll pay you. I'm like, no, you're not going to pay me. Just tell me when and where to be.
Yeah.
And I texted him last night. I said, I'm on my way home. And I'm not completely down and out. I said, I'll be there. So I meet him at the grocery store that they own. And that was at 7:30 this morning. So we worked outside. It was a little chilly, but we were there for about 3 or 4 hours, and then the motoring died off. And
Yeah.
thank God we finished the project. But
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a good guy. I got to give him credit. He started out with nothing. He did everything on his own. He's told me stories about himself where he said the 1 year he worked all but 3 days of the year, and he was driving truck and built it up to where he had a trucking company. He just recently sold it, but he's a multimillionaire now, and he's kind of a little bit arrogant. Nice guy, but he'll call, like he called Peterbilt today. Peterbilt of Wyoming, and looking for a part. And man, how he was talking to those service guys and those parts guys, and whoa, geez. But they apparently know him, know how he is, and he was a little bit arrogant with, yeah. But he's good with me though. He treats me pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, are you learning a little bit about your neighbors and
Yeah.
drone shots? How you doing?
Hey, Jody. Yeah, a little bit. Everybody, I don't know, it's a bad time of year to meet people. I'm really not, I got the sheriff next door. Terry and Jay, that I said they're right out here. There's grocery stores, I don't know, 150 yards, 200 yards away, but they live about 3 miles from here. You'll see their house. Oh my God. God, is it nice. He has 2 gigantic, like 30 by 40 shops. He has all his toys in there. He has, I counted today, I think I counted 17 hot rods. And he has them, the one shop, he has them stacked up on racks, like hydraulic racks. He can lift the rack up and with a remote control and lift it up and move it out and bring it down to the floor. And
Wow.
he has everything from a 32 Studebaker up to a 57 Chevy. And he knows what he's doing. He's a mechanic. He knows cars and parts, and he works on a lot of them himself. But he said, Ron, he goes, my goal is, he said, to have $1 million worth of antique cars. I'm like, okay. So he goes, I'm almost up to that. I'm like, all right. But and he tried to pay me today for, all I did was turn a couple wrenches today. That's all I did.
Yeah.
I like, no. But,
Well, it was good for you to go, but it was bad timing with the ankle.
yeah, yeah. And I told him right at the end, we ran into a standstill. There was a plate that Peterbilt had redone. It's hard to explain, but he was trying to retrofit this and that, and things were working out, and he was getting mad and throwing tools, and he's got a little bit of a temper, I noticed. And then he called the guys at Peterbilt, and it's like rah, 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 screaming at him, and he goes, "Ron, we're done." I'm like, okay.
Fine with me. Yeah.
Okay. But by then the Motrin was wearing off, and
Yeah.
yeah, Motrin's kicking in right now.
Yeah.
I can feel
Yeah.
it.
But you can't let it lull you into a false sense of that I'm okay.
Yeah.
Keep it elevated, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna get my briefcase, and I always take one camera to work with me. I always have my Sony camera
Yeah.
with me, and I put everything by the front door. It's my lifestyle is weird. I mean, I said every other Thursday night is the night I pack up. I put my briefcase, my camera, and I did a little bit of cooking this afternoon. I have everything in Tupperware sitting in my refrigerator, and I have a little cooler. So in the morning, I just unload the refrigerator right into the cooler, and
You're on your way. Yep.
so yeah, I put my truck in the garage tonight. I don't know whether it's going to snow again or not. It was snowed unexpectedly last night.
Yeah.
Wasn't much, but
Well, Paul, is it still snowing there, Paul?
I don't know. I haven't looked out, but it was earlier. But
you got a couple storms last week, didn't you, Paul? Paul
Yeah.
Hodges?
yeah, but we had some real high winds and loose snow. So today the roads are, drifts out in the middle of the road, right? Yeah, it says it's still snowing right now, Paul, according to the Weather Channel.
Wow.
We need,
Because we're supposed to get a quarter of an inch of snow yet. Supposed to have a total of a half inch of snow, but that's nothing.
we need moisture here bad, and I mean
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, the lake. They're saying it's the lowest they've seen in years. They've seen it lower.
Yeah.
Bad.
Well, the Great Lakes are down, but it helps with all the ice. Because down south of me is where it jams all up and it starts flooding in the neighborhoods.
Right. Yeah, you're not in a drought condition out there. We are here. We're probably well into over a year of drought conditions. Like, so we hardly saw rain this past summer, and I'll be honest with you. I bet you we haven't got, I don't know, 10, 12 inches of snow all winter.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
That's it. Now it's here. Now the mountains are different,
oh yeah, yeah.
but right here, no, it's hardly gotten anything.
Wow.
That's not good. I mean, as much as you bitch about snow and shoveling, but it's not good.
Yeah. The older I get, Ron, the more I detest winter.
Oh God, yes.
When we were young and wanted to run out, frolic in the snow and ice skate and all that stuff. No, not anymore.
No. Yeah, I don't ice skate anymore either.
No, especially now.
I tried it yesterday. It didn't
Yeah,
go well.
you didn't do too well. Well, you can't be doing them pirouettes on the ice like that,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we do need the moisture here.
Yeah. Well, Paul, what do you think? And Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, it's about time to call it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Ron, thank you. Paul, my wonderful co-host. And everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see you all again next time. Paul, in the morning, right?
Yep. I'll be here in the morning about 20 after 9.
All righty.
Depending on where I'm at, Paul, I'll try and maybe join you on the route.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good, Ron. You give us a full report.
yeah, I'll let you know how the days or the trip's going, and then I'll be up there till Wednesday. And then I come home Wednesday afternoon. I'll be with you guys Wednesday and Thursday, but Friday may be a different story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got your date card is
Oh yeah, those sweethearts coming there.
yeah,
Gonna come down, massage his ankle.
not only his ankle, but yes.
And on top of that, she's a nurse.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, she'll keep him in bed with his feet up.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Hey, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here, and we'll see all of you again next time.
All right, Paul Squared. We'll
Yep.
invite the chat.